Logan Ausherman.
Ausherman?
Yes.
What grade are you going into now?
I'm a junior now. I'm going to be a senior next year.
Okay. So you just started junior?
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking chemistry, and it's a lot of math this year. I mean, I'm a pretty open atheist. You know, I'm not just gonna censor myself for no reason.
What's your family background? Do you come from a religious family?
Well, my grandpa and grandma are kind of religious. I mean, like they never talk about it. Like, and my dad said he used to go to Sunday school when he was a kid, but that was about like the full extent of their church going. Yeah, because my grandpa used to own a greenhouse, and he had throughout my dad's childhood, and that's what they used to do all the time, is just work. So I don't think they really ever had time to go to church or anything.
What about your parents? Or it didn't rub off on them? Then, I guess.
Well, my mom's side, they're Italian, and they're about the same way, but just a little bit more religious. Like my grandma would talk about church and stuff. Like on my mom's side, she'd try to get us to go to church. But my mom just, she's weird. I don't really know. I think she thinks she's Catholic. But
do you feel that occasionally you have to keep quiet about it in any way, say like family gatherings or any kind of group that you belong to that you think you might not want to bring it up? You wouldn't deny it, say, but you wouldn't openly broadcast it?
I just I don't openly broadcast it, but if someone's bringing up something that I'm going to take issue with, I'll say, hey, I don't, Well, my dad he's always been an atheist. That was one big rule for people that came over to my house. Like one time my cousins told us, like said to me, Jesus isn't going to love you if you do that. And then my dad kind of said, you don't say that to my kid. I've been an atheist almost as long as I can remember, but there was one time when I was 4 and I believed in Santa Claus and stuff. So I actually did just pray, and then I woke up the next day and thought, why did I do that? That was really stupid. We still celebrate Christmas and stuff, but we celebrate, the kind of like a solstice. We don't really do any religious thing. We just
none of the Easter kind of thing.
Ooh, we've always had the Easter bunny thing. We just we take away the main myth of Christmas. It's Jesus' birthday, and we just like to use the Santa Claus part. We still call it Christmas because my dad was kind of raised in a family where they were Protestants, so they called it Christmas, and that's just how he was raised.
So basically, there was no event person or anything like that steered you toward atheism. It's just part of your life, part of your
it's always been that way. I asked my grandma one time, do you believe in God? And she said, yeah, well, he's there for you, and it just felt really weird for me. Once I found out that everyone, doesn't think the same way I do, I was like, that's...
Do you get along with religious people?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference to you personally?
I prefer, my close friends are mainly all atheists, but other people I know they're sometimes, they'll be religious, but,
Do you look for any particular traits in people? Do you seek out people that are non-theist, or you just take people as they come and become friends with them on that basis?
Yeah, usually, but if someone's gonna be a close friend, I prefer that they're, not to sound egotistical or something like that. I'd want them to be about as smart as me.
Would you ever date a girl that was a theist?
I'd date her, but I don't know if I'd
marry her.
I might marry her, but I'm not gonna. If we have children, let's say we have children, I'm not gonna let her ever bring them to church until they're old enough to understand what church is.
Okay. Well, I know you mentioned some of your family is Catholic. Do you believe that? Say, if she wanted to baptize the kids as babies, that'd be okay with you?
That would be okay with me.
If you're
Yeah,
from
I'm
being a Christian
kind
or
of study
something.
most of the Abrahamic religions. Like I'm
Yeah,
very
very
familiar with
interesting.
Judaism, and I'm not so familiar with Islam, but Christianity and Judaism, like, I know most of that stuff is.
Do you find yourself that you're drawn into debates with theists, and can you defend your atheism pretty well?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just sounds right or not, but I like feed off debates. That's like if there was like
Do you seek them out, actually?
yeah, I seek them out. If there was like a pastime for me, it would just be talking and debating with people. I got so mad the other day because the Mormons came like to talk to me. I guess like while I was at school in the day. He's like, did you tell some Mormons to come in the door? And I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, they came. I was just, I was so disappointed. I find like when I debate people, it's always, the debate always ends when they're backed into the corner and they, all they have is, well, you gotta have faith. I'd say I'm a strong atheist, but I wouldn't say I'm a Gnostic atheist because I don't ever hold any absolute certainty, but I'm like right on the edge. I'm like about to just like tip off, like I believe there's no God, there's no certainty. But like say tomorrow,
more certain over time, the more you learn.
Yeah, but just like say tomorrow, someone said, okay, we have absolute proof that God exists, and I'd be like, okay, I'd become a deist overnight, you could say.